What's up, boys? We've got Tradeify rule changes to talk about, and I'm up $400 on those today on my Tradeify account. So we'll go over the trade. We'll talk about Bookmap. We'll also talk about my XFA trade. That was a break even today. So I have one more day with the XFA until I can clear it with the 30 days of at least $200 in the P&L. But let's go over this Tradeify stuff because I've sent a lot of you guys to Tradeify. I feel like, I've been pushing them for a while now and everyone's been really happy with them. So I want to keep you guys updated on what's going on. If you are not with Tradeify and you want to try it, I will put a link and a discount code below as well, so you can check that out. The main thing here we'll talk about first is the straight to sim funded challenge changes. This is effective, like I said, today, 11:59 p.m. These updates will come into effect at 11:59 Eastern Time, December 20th, for new account purchases only. So if you bought an account before 11:59, December 20th, this does not apply to you. Growth and advanced accounts remain unchanged. Cool. First, no more 5-day profit target. We're removing the 5-day minimum profit rule. Only 10 days of trading activity will be required to qualify for a payout. So that's cool. Does maybe in a way for some of you that are not with Tradeify, if your firm didn't have a minimum trading day rule, maybe that is a deterrent to you, but really they're just looking for guys that are not YOLOing it, basically. They want to see that you actually can trade at least for 10 days. So then here it says introducing profit goals between payouts. We're introducing profit goals between payout requests. After you received your first payout, you will need to achieve a minimum profit before being eligible to request your next consecutive payout. This is to prevent the term that we have coined sim farmers. He coined that on my podcast. And make sure traders are aiming for the full goal of being moved to live with 5% or more of their account balance after 4 payouts, instead of milking a built-up first balance. So they're just looking for more consistency. That's how that speaks to me. It just tells me they want more consistency, not people just YOLOing it, hitting big, and sitting on it. So straight to sim funded account size. Let's just do a 50K. You can see the difference here. If you have a first payout of 3,000, your second payout goal is 2,000. Third payout plus goal is another 2,000. So really, is that big of a deal? I don't think so. If your first payout on 150K is 9,000, second payout is 45, then 3, it's really not that big of a deal. It's not like it gets harder, right? It doesn't seem like that. They also say here, new end of day trailing max drawdown limits. So for 50K, end of day max trailing drawdown is $2,000. So to confirm, the changes to straight to funded accounts will be effective December 20th and will be for new account purchases only. Existing customers will remain on the rules they purchased. Important to all users, max funded accounts limit, it's going from 7 to 5. That takes effect as well tonight. And the expanded payout window does not take effect tonight. That still opens January 1st, where now there's 3 different payout windows. So I think that these rules are not that big of a deal. It seems like the company's just trying to do what's right for serious traders and avoid the guys that are trying to milk the system and gamble, basically, in a way. So I'm behind this. I like Brett. I think he would only do this if he's trying to keep the company open. He's not trying to hurt traders. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. Definitely let me know what you think. I want to see from the community what's the pulse here. But this was my trade on Tradeify today. I was actually short at 60.45 off the top with a 15-point stop. If we made new highs, I was out of this trade. But you can see my entry execution here, trading back towards New York VWAP. You couldn't even see it because it was so far away in this photo. And I was out at about 18. So risk 14, 15, pulled 18 off of it. I was really in this trade because we were using Bookmap. And Bookmap showed us a huge block of orders above at 60.45. Once that Bookmap block got taken, and you can see it right here, all the way up there, once that block got taken, that's when I felt like we might see a pullback because we saw him come on the book at like 10:30 in the morning. He stayed on the book until it got filled at 2 o'clock. So whoever that was, it was one algo, one person. You can see that on Bookmap. He stayed, and then as we got closer to it, more people joined in, and it became less of one person, which then makes it more likely we pull to it. And that's why it came on here, like you'd see at the bottom at about 10:30, 10:40, and that's what pulled us today. So he, or whatever that algo was, that was the liquidity pull. And that's why the longs worked so well today. Also today, look at the delta. The delta started at 0 basically at market open. I always reset it at 9:30. It was straight up from 9 to 11. So even on the pullbacks lower this morning, when it retested the opening range low, it still ended up rallying. So we actually, in our markups here, showed these longs really were the best this morning that we spoke about on the stream. If you were on ASFX TV, that's what we talked about. Break of New York VWAP after opening range is set. It's the first long signal. Once the opening range is set, we teach this entry in Futures 101 and Futures 2.0. Stop is at bottom of range. First take profit is top of range. This thing just ripped. And it ripped because the delta pulled higher. And then eventually that guy at 60.45 comes on the book and that pulls us higher. Also, what was a tell today, another important thing is the VIX. The VIX was down from the start this morning. VIX down, indices up, and the VIX continued to fall. So that could have been a tell. If you felt like this morning was a little choppy, right? VIX could have told us too. So I think there was plenty of opportunity for the longs. I made my life harder for myself by not taking it. And then this was my second trade of the day, awful trade, chasing in on my XFA, chasing the momentum short. I thought maybe we sell off into the close. Instantly, it pulls back on me. I only had a few micros on this, so I was able to take the drawdown with a 25 point stop. And I closed it right here for break even. I think I finished on the day down, let's check exactly, like $12 on the XFA. So if you go like this and just look at the XFA, you can see here, down $29 on the XFA. So no big deal. Still almost up $5,000 on that account. $200 day on that. I take the full payout there, and I'm hoping to take a Tradeify payout as well. I'm up on my Tradeify account, $1,500. So not bad. Not bad. Close to a payout there too, about halfway there. So that was the day. Bookmap really told us about the longs. Bookmap was the thing that fed it. I was able to find some shorts after that big block got filled. And that, was cool. Not my favorite trade, not my typical trade, but made some money on the Tradeify, keep stacking there. And then XFA break even today. So Bookmap was the big win. The rule changes were the main thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. And now have a good Christmas. If you're not trading next week, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holiday with your family. We are going to be streaming all week next week, and you can still use the code XMAS, XMAS. Take the free trial. Come trade with us on Monday. We'll be back Monday, Thursday, Friday. So no streaming on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve or Christmas Day or New Year's Day. Those are the 2 days we'll take off. But every other day, we're streaming through the holidays, right through into the new year, right into the January seminar in Dallas. So we've got a lot. We're very fortunate to be surrounded by some great traders at ASFX. So come hang out with us. I'll put links below for that. Definitely check out Tradeify. There'll be a link for that. And have a great holiday, everybody. For those of you that are trading Monday, I'll see you Monday on stream.